A city overrun by zombies becomes the backdrop for a harrowing tale of survival. The movie starts with Aidan hearing strange noises outside his apartment and loud banging on the door. When he turns on the TV, an emergency broadcast is playing, adding to his confusion. Aidan steps onto his balcony and sees a helicopter spiraling out of control before crashing into a nearby building. Down below, he notices people running in fear. As panic sets in, his neighbor suddenly enters his apartment, warning him to hide before rushing to the bathroom. Aidan notices a bite mark on the back of his neighbor's neck and finds it suspicious. Soon, news of a zombie outbreak spreads. A TV report explains that the virus is transmitted through blood from bites or scratches. Symptoms include red eyes, screaming, and cannibalistic behavior. Aidan becomes wary of his neighbor, whose eyes are turning red, and forces him to leave. Luckily, the neighbor is still somewhat conscious, despite being infected. However, as soon as he exits Aidan's apartment, he is attacked by zombies in the hallway. Confused and frightened, Aidan watches as the news advises everyone to stay indoors. He receives a message from his father, who is trying to reach him. Aidan tries to call back, but the connection is lost. Over the days, Aidan begins marking the number of days in lockdown on his mirror. On the 6th day, he keeps himself occupied by cleaning his apartment while the news reports water shortages in major cities. At night, Aidan records videos for his vlog, sharing his stories on camera. 2 weeks later, Aidan's drinking water runs out, and he has uploaded 16 vlog episodes. The isolation starts affecting his mental health, leaving him frustrated and hallucinating. To pass the time, he pretends to play music and baseball, but his frustration leads him to break a glass. The noise attracts zombies, and one falls into his apartment through a vent. Aidan manages to kill it with a baseball bat and uses a surfboard to block the vent. Feeling hopeless, Aidan decides to confront the zombies outside. However, he is quickly overwhelmed and chased back to his apartment. After more than a month, the city's electricity goes out. Aidan begins losing all hope and prepares to do the unspeakable. Just as Aidan is about to commit, he notices a woman in an apartment across the street, which gives him a reason to live, and he abandons his plan. Aidan communicates with the woman, whose name is Eva. He feels excited to connect with someone after being alone for so long. When it rains that evening, Aidan takes his first shower in weeks and shaves off his beard, feeling renewed hope. The next day, Aidan continued communicating with Eva. To send her drinks, he tied them to a baseball and threw it across to her apartment. Suddenly, a climbing zombie approached Eva. Aidan quickly distracted the zombie and lured it into his apartment.
Get inside!
Aidan grabbed his baseball bat and killed the zombie in his apartment. Later that night, Aidan, running out of food, decided to retrieve keys from his dead neighbor lying outside his apartment. As expected, zombies chased him as soon as he stepped out. He managed to enter the neighbor's apartment, where he gathered food and other essentials. Just as he was about to take some rope, a zombie charged at him. Fortunately, Aidan killed it and safely returned to his apartment with supplies, including 2 functioning walkie-talkies. Aidan then decided to deliver one of the walkie-talkies to Eva. Carefully avoiding the zombies below, he managed to toss the device into Eva's apartment. The next morning, Aidan heard Eva's voice on the walkie-talkie and was overjoyed to finally talk to her. Eva thanked him for all his efforts.
Sorry, I just haven't talked to anyone.
As the days went by, Aidan noticed his food supplies were running low again. He decided to search for more by exploring the air vent. There, he found a dead zombie and eventually located an untouched apartment filled with food. While collecting supplies, Aidan encountered the apartment's owner, an older man named Edward. After a brief conversation, Edward allowed Aidan to take some food. However, Edward suddenly attacked Aidan, knocking him unconscious. It turned out Edward had planned to feed Aidan to his wife, who had turned into a zombie. Edward explained that he loved his wife too much to let her go, so he kept her alive by feeding her. Despite Aidan's pleas, Edward offered him painkillers to ease the experience of being eaten. When a noise came from the door, Edward went to check it giving Aidan a chance to break free. Aidan fought back and managed to throw Edward to his own zombie wife. Meanwhile, Ava called Aidan on the walkie-talkie, telling him that a zombie had entered her apartment. Aidan rushed to help, shooting the zombie. However, more zombies jumped from the balcony to chase him. Aidan ran and climbed onto a balcony just below Eva's, yelling for her to escape.
Eva, yeah, you just have to climb down.
The two eventually reunited and made their way back to Aidan's apartment, battling zombies along the way. Ava safely reached Aidan's apartment, but Aidan stayed outside, fighting off zombies. He returned, believing he had been bitten, and urged Eva to kill him, but she refused. Determined to protect Eva, Aidan decided to jump off the building to end his life. But as he removed his shirt, they realized there was no bite mark on his body.
Oh my god.
Before the movie ended, the zombies continued to break into the apartment. Aidan and Eva vowed to stick together and survive.